Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are having a good Monday as we see Butler go off into the sand there. It's the big one. It's Season 4 of the PNTCC here, hosted, through the World Sim Series website. We seem to be having a couple of server issues for a couple of drivers, which is a bit annoying for J. Cole and for iWatt as well, which is not ideal. So really not quite sure what's going on there. But yes, it's Season 4 of the PNTCC, the one that you all know and love. And today we are starting off, where else? Brands Hatch Indy Circuit. And as you can see, we got some garishly looking World Touring cars that we're going to be using this year. We're using the World Touring Cars 2022 package that is available on the World Sim Series website. And effectively, there should be 12 drivers. But whether we actually get 12 is another thing. Because Cole keeps on coming in and out like a yo-yo. Like that. Just seems to just disconnect all the time. As we take a look at who is hoping to be a championship contender this year. In the pink Cupra, which is Lloyd. And Cole seems to be having issues, and so does iWatt, which is very infuriating. But it seems to be mainly a Cupra Hyundai sort of group tonight. As Coulson has just gotten off track as well. So what have we done differently for Season 4? I'm glad you asked. So this last season we did a full reverse grid. We've done that for the first 3 seasons and it worked fairly well. But we felt like last season it didn't really bring any kind of edge, really. You knew that if you were, at the back, you were going to start P1, it was going to give you an easy race win. Well, not this year. Any cars between 6th and 12th could end up P1 on the grid. Now, I know which position the reverse grid is going to happen today, and I will say it towards the end of the race, just in case any of the drivers are watching and listening through, to be like, oh, I want to be in this position, to get themselves on the front row for race 2. And this year as well, rather than it do a summary of positions and points, it's going to be adding race 1 and race 2 together the way that it should be. So a maximum of 50 points is available today. And it does seem to be that we are probably also tried that with a full reboot. Coulson and an Audi make slight contact and Coulson just takes them off. That was a bit silly, Collie. Not quite sure what that was for, really. Not sure what that was for. That was pretty poor driving etiquette in front of both of them, really. So Skyring is currently leading our leaderboard for free practice. And it does look like we've got 3 drivers that are not able to connect, which is quite a shame. So we've only got 9 people actually driving tonight, although Watt has just been kicked. And now I don't think he's going to be able to get back into the server now, which is going to be quite annoying. There's nothing that I can really suggest or do. Because people have joined, so it must be something client-side. It must be something client-side. Oh, another driver was kicked from the race. No, they're right here. Oh no, they're gone. So we have Skyring joining us for round 1 and 2. Lloyd Mayer in the pink leopard Cupra. Butler in the Robert Huff Cupra, another Cupra of Coulson, Sobek in the Hyundai, Esteban in the Audi, And Esteban is just making their way out now. Try and get those early lap times in. Mayo's already out on track. So we'll keep an eye on that one. It could be either late, yeah, it could be real penny needing an update maybe. But we are through into qualifying. Iowa has been dropped in and out, but has been recently kicked, which is rather annoying. And Mayer's almost lost it on the outer lap. He almost done a Charles Leclerc there. And almost binned it. Everyone's on the mediums, so I'm guessing the medium tyre is all that's available. There's around T1 and up the hill they go through around Druids. Is trying so hard, but it just seems to be keep on being kicked for some reason or another. Let's see what it said. Anything? No penalties have been given, so not quite sure what it's for. Skyring had an off track at Druids. And May's going to come over the timing line to set the first lap of qualifying. And Butler's right behind with a 48.4. So two Cupras getting some work done. Sobek is going to be next to come over the line. Cole again has been kicked from the race. Something's definitely going on with the old servers here. Sobek over the line with a 49.1. Lloyd just takes the lead with a 48.1. Rimbano with a 59 and Esteban with a 54. Coulson with a 103, but Coulson did have an off track. Coulson's just coming around the final corner now. Trying to carry as much power as possible. And gets up to 4th place with a 48.8. Fontanes has managed to join. And Cole and Fontanes has been kicked straight away. That'll be Cole going straight out there. Not good, not good. Not quite sure what's going on there. Oh, and Lloyd's trying to drift into T1 and completely lose the rear end. Skyring comes over the line to take P3. Butler is in P2. Mayer has fallen down to P4. Needs to improve. Esteban goes off at T1. It's a very hard and tricky corner. We can see Lloyd just in the pit lane there, waiting for a bit of clear track. Mayer comes over the line, puts himself into P2 with a 48.4. 3 attempts off Lloyd. Lloyd really wants this PNTCC Championship. He's just got to make sure he stays out of trouble. Every single season, he seems to be a magnet for destruction. Skyring comes around, comes over the timing line. 6 minutes left of qualifying to go. It's a lot of hot lapping. Nicely done there, Skyring. Coulson, and there is also Esteban going over the line. No improvements there. Coulson with no improvements. Lloyd is looking to try and go around the outside of the Audi, who's going to outbrake themselves massively. Coming up to the timing line. Down the hill they go, but it's a shame. We've got 3 drivers aren't able to join in, and Lloyd is just being blocked here on what is possibly a faster lap time. Car number 69, of course it would be. For Lloyd here. Still trying to get him restarting PC. No worries, No worries. Lloyd is drifting around T1. Not good. But no one's really matched his race pace yet. Mayer. Much nicer line through the last corner. Let's see what sort of lap time this is going to be. Any improvements? No improvements. No. Nor from the Hyundai behind of Sobek, who had a horrid round 1 in the GT2 Championship yesterday. And Cole has been kicked from the race again. Something's not right. Something is definitely not right. I'm assuming Cole's raced in other races since his ban's been lifted. To be fair, the two Audis are looking a little bit lost, really. Mayer, any improvements? No, it doesn't look like it. No, there is a bit of traffic on circuit. Sobek, any improvement? Oh no, Sobek had the off, so can Sobek do any better this lap? Lighten up those front wheels. And what about Lloyd? So we go on board in the Cupra. No improvements there by Lloyd, but he doesn't really need it. Butler, on the other hand, right there. Rear camera one there, so hopefully that will remember it. Any improvements for Butler? Can he challenge? He's only 0.03 of a second off Mayer, but then Skyring is not really far away, and Skyring is moved up into P2, only 1/10 now behind Lloyd. Not sure he's going to get much more out of it. Watt has joined the server again and has been kicked straight away. So no idea what's going on there. Butler comes over the timing line. No improvements. He only needs to find 0.03 of a second. But this is really shaping up the front six to be quite a close affair. And Mayer moves into the lead. 0.02 of a second faster than Lloyd. And track position is very important around Brands Hatch Indy. And Cole again has been disconnected from the server. Really not sure what's going on there. Really not sure. The server just does not like him for one reason or another. Oh, and Lloyd has stopped. He's going to have to get straight back out there if he wants to get a quali lap in. Or has he kind of conceded the fact? Can Skyring bring anything to the dinner table? That looks very nice from the Ultimate Sim Racing champion. The time inboard, though, doesn't quite look so neat. It's not quite the improvement that you need to be. He is into P3 with 48.2. Butler, on the other hand, still hasn't quite found those extra few hundredths. 46, 47, 48. This could be good. Oh, again, not quite. Just not the right side of a 48.3. And Sobek is absolutely pushing that Hyundai to its limits. .49, 4.5, and Skyring is off on the final bend, so no improvement for Skyring. Butler on the other hand, and Lloyd is out. He is on a flying lap. Butler's last chance. This looks good. Oh, and he does improve, but not enough. 300ths of a second off Skyring to take P3 away from them. Coulson is finalised. He will hold P5 unless Sobek or Esteban or Rimbano can find some extra time. Mayer has crossed the line. Can Lloyd bring anything else to the table? I don't think so. It's a 48.9. And Sobek comes over the timing line with no improvements either. So then, you're starting... Yes, that's the one I want. Sorry. So we have Mayer in first, Lloyd in second, Skyring third, Butler in fourth, Coulson in fifth, Sobek in sixth, Rimbano in seventh, and Esteban in eighth. And sadly, Watt and Cole just seem to be constantly getting kicked, which is very odd. So it does, according to Cole, this happened to him before in another series. Not sure whether it's worth maybe verifying the integrity files, but in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, here's some of our events. GT2 World Championship on Sunday evenings at 8:30 GMT in the PM. Tonight you are watching the PNR Touring Car Championship here on YouTube Live Monday nights from 8:30 PM GMT. Round 2 is next week, and Wednesday round 1 of our Porsche multi-class with the Porsche Sprint Series and the Cayman GT4s, depending on your license, will be this Wednesday at 8:30 GMT. Now here is the pink mobile of Jamski. Can he get a good start, a race win? Mayer has the inside line. Now, can Lloyd get a good start? Because he always struggled at the beginning of races. So here are our 6 lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And off we pop for round 1, season 4 of the PNTC, and Lloyd's got a great start. Can he make anything of it though? Around the outside in T1. Mayer does have the inside line for Druids, but Lloyd needs to squeeze him, as Butler is going to look to dive down the inside. Oh, and there's a bit of a tag. Gets through unscathed though, and that gives Mayer a little bit of a lead that he needs. And we can see Skyring diving down the inside of Butler, as Butler was just getting squeezed there by Lloyd. The rest of the pack has kind of fallen into file. Coulson in P5, Sobek in P6. But Butler is right on the rear end of Skyring. As we head over the timing line for the first time of about 11 laps in this particular race. And up the inside he goes. And Skyring has conceded a position there rather easily. And Lloyd is on the attack against Mayer. And Mayer's driving very defensively, and this will bunch up the pack if they keep at it. Skyring's also trying to look down the inside of Butler. And Lloyd is also trying to get round the outside of Mayer. It's the switch back on though. It is. He's got the nose down the inside. It's going to be a sprint to T1 now. Great move by Lloyd, gets the job done. Skyring behind has moved into P3. Mayer's fallen down into P2. Coulson with the fastest lap of the race so far. But quite frankly, it's early days. Mayer in the purple leopard print Cupra is chasing down pink 69 of Lloyd. And now everyone's slowly getting into a bit of a tunnel as Lloyd runs a little bit wide there. And that Cooper ahead. Lloyd, I think, is actually running negative wing, which is making him do that. Losing control. This is going to really open the door for Mayer. It's really backing up the field. And the top 5 cars are split by less than a second. Sobek is in 6th, having a bit of a lonely drive. And then the 2 Audis are at the back of the field, just trying to survive. And Coulson again with the fastest lap of the race with 48.3, and Butler moves into P3. Dives down the inside of Skyring yet again. Now what is Mayer going to try and do? But Skyring is immediately looking to get back on the attack. But it's the battle for P1 right now. The battle of the Cupras up front. It is nice to see actually that they're all fairly balanced, these cars. I quite like that. I quite like the fact that they are fairly balanced. That's much more better. Butler's now got a fastest lap of the race. Doesn't really mean anything. There's no points for it. And Skyring runs wide around Druids. And Mayer, I think, is just buying his time. I think he probably senses that Lloyd does have an error or two in them. Doesn't work. Reinstalled everything. I guess I'm going to get the DNS penalty for no reason. We'll have a chat with... Oh, and Lloyd is... Oh, my God. They've both done it. Mayer missed an absolute golden opportunity there purely because he lost the rear end of his Cupra. Missed a golden opportunity to take back first place, but this race is far from over. Oh, and Lloyd has gone wide. Oh my God, and almost collects. Butler and Skyring. Oh my days. Mayer now gets first place, but that Cupra with the negative wing. Oh, not a good idea for race trim. Maybe for hot lapping, but not for race trim. So that's Lloyd falling down to 4th position. Mayer is quite comfortably in 1st, but can Butler put the pressure on them? He needs to. Just so the pack can stay together. Good exit from Butler actually by the looks of it. Although the timing line is... the split is really struggling, and I think Lloyd's Cupra is not the happiest of puppies right now. And Sobek comes over the line in P6, looking to pick up any scraps that they can. First Audi comes over the line, getting quicker. And Esteban is doing their best to keep the car on the circuit. Can Butler get anything done? Coulson is also trying to sniff at Jamski. Oh, and Butler's ran wide. Butler's ran wide, which has allowed J Sky to go through. Mayer's going to be a very happy bunny. Unless he makes an error, which is quite possible. There's been quite a few unforced errors around Brands Hatch Indy here. And as we've only got 3 minutes left of the race, it's P7 today, is the reverse grid. So all of them bar one will get rotated. But Mayer is just putting on the pressure now against Skyring, whether he should push or not. The 7 cows again. Lloyd is looking to be a little bit more racy. Coulson has kind of backed off a little bit. And Skyring has just got the fastest lap of the race. So can Skyring bring anything towards the end of it? Can our Ultimate Sim Racing champion bring anything to the table? And Esteban needs to make sure that he gets out of the way. 1:48 to go. Anything could happen, especially with them coming up to a back marker in this 10-minute race. Oh, and a car's gone off. I thought, well, it sounded like a car went off. Oh, and Butler locks up the front right. I mean, they couldn't quite get a turn in, but gets away with it. And Mayer is in full control of this race now. He's got it down to, or got the gap to 8 tenths. 9 tenths, almost a second. This is where things will go wrong, says Let Me in chat. Oh, because... Who's that? Oh no, that's the back marker. I got excited for a second then. I thought Mayer had run wide. And let's hope that the back marker doesn't get in the way of the fighting front, which, in all fairness to them, they don't. Coulson has fallen off the back a little bit. Sobek is putting in some decent lap times now, just getting quicker and quicker. With each lap, more and more confidence. And here's your top 4 going into the last minute and a half. And Skyring is really, really pushing that Hyundai to its limits. Or probably more himself to the limits. As Mayer runs wide into the last corner. This is leaving a massive gap here for Skyring. There's 2 laps to go yet. This one plus 1 more. And can Skyring put the pressure on Mayer? I think he can, because Mayer runs wide in T1 as well. And Skyring needs to dive it down the inside, and he is doing so into Druids. And he takes P1, gets the car stopped on the apex. Butler wants a little bit of the action as well, down in P3. But Skyring is moved into P1. And Butler's run massively wide there to try and keep up. There's some good proper touring car racing this. I absolutely love the PNTCC. Such a good series. As Mayer is looking to put the same sort of pressure onto Skyring as we go over the timing line to start the last lap of the race. Your top 4 is Skyring, Mayer, Butler and Lloyd. Not even half a second splits them between each other. And Mayer loses the rear end, and Butler is going to dive down the inside and try and capitalise. Now will Lloyd also down the inside? Oh, he went off. And Butler will get the position back. Oh, Butler's letting him through. Oh, Butler's run out of fuel. Butler has ran out of fuel. And he could have had a P3. Oh no! Butler is out of the race, and Skyring takes the race win. Mayer in second, Lloyd gets third, Coulson in 4th. Oh my lord! Sobek in 5th. Butler had to retire to the pits. Rabano will take P6, and Esteban will take P8, I think, actually, because he's a lap down. So Butler will get P7. Which will put him on the front of the grid. Oh, Butler will have his head in his hands. Oh, what a great race 1 to open up the PNTCC Season 4. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I hope you did, watching on YouTube. Oh, wow. So, your starting cars for race 2 will be Butler in P1, Ribano in P2, Sobek P3, Coulson P4, Lloyd in P5, Mayer in P6, Skyring in P7, and Esteban will be in P8. Oh, Butler. Butler. Can't believe he ran out of fuel. Can't believe it. Oh, wow. I'm exhausted. Don't know about you guys. Wow, wow, wow. So that is race 1. We do have another race to go. Don't leave yet. That was amazing. But, oh, poor Butler. Just running out of fuel. Just got the calculations a little bit wrong. And that can happen. But great effort from Butler there, really, though. Skyring getting the maiden victory in Season 1. That's 25 points in the bag. May at P2. Lloyd in P3. Colley P4. Sobek P5. Rapano in P6. Butler P7. Esteban in P8. Oh, dearie me. Dearie me. Oh, is there now a huge wait in between? Hang on.
I already did like 3 times re-download the same link.
What I actually did as well as I unzipped it and copied the cars into the content folder, into the content cars folder. Instead of just letting content manager do it, I just thought I'll give that a try, and that may have helped. I don't know. Oh, Andy, why we got such a long wait, yeah?
I don't know. I mean, apparently Butler's still racing, but that's because he ran out of fuel.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to go and grab a sip of cool drink.
So you should be alright. But I don't know if the gap between 2 races is a long one, which is a bit of a problem. But this happened last time.
I mean, if it's just this, and like I gotta just put in the thing real quick, I can make it, but...
Make it for race 2.
Yeah, right now I'm extracting the thing, replacing
I think
the
you've
files.
got time. I can't see a timer. Can you guys see a timer at all, or... Jay and Jam?
What?
Can you see a
6:11.
timer at all?
Yeah, 6 minutes 11. 6
6
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah.
How many
So-
laps
so
did we end
long.
up doing? 13 in the end.
12
Yeah,
laps apparently.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to connect. I just did it manually. I unzipped the thing, put the cars folder in content, and it said replace. Do you want to replace files?
Yeah, that's what I did.
Esteban's
Because I
disconnected.
had everything downloaded a few days ago, and I had to wait today to redo it. So that might fix it.
Mayer's front tyres were dead. Absolutely dead. That's how much. And what's just been kicked straight from the race. So something's going on with the WSS servers. Something's not right. Something's not right at all. And I'm gonna have to look at the setup for the rest of the races, because I haven't shortened it down. I completely forgot that this was a thing with the reverse race. So I'll have to have a look at that. 5 minutes. Running out of fuel when you only need like 5 litres. Yeah. Yeah, making it extra tight on the fuel. And sadly, that's what happens. Rubano is left. Esteban is still here. So I'm not quite sure what that's going to do to the reverse grid. It might just be everyone's fully reversed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, you just constantly. Yeah.
Oh, mate.
The warrior just need to get out of my head.
Gee.
I feel like you need to put that one tiny bit of wing on, and that's it. And it'll
You
just
reckon?
be, yeah, I reckon it'll just be
I am.
that little tiny. Because are you still negative?
I'm
running.
-8.
You're
I'm
negative
1 goal away
8?
from- I'm -8. Yeah.
What the hell? No wonder
back
you're
wheels,
losing the rear end so
Bloody
much.
hell.
It's probably lifting the back
Flippin'
wheels off the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably is.
Get it
You've
to
got
negative
lift,
4 or something like that, and that'll be enough.
or just 0, like any normal.
Zero, yeah.
Guys,
-4 was worthy of a 48.2. I had flashes of 47 with the rear wing set to -8.
And having one lap on a 47 is fantastic, whilst the rest of the laps are shit.
yeah, true.
sorry to interrupt. Could someone
Alright, Dad.
please resend me the car pack from their end? Because I don't know, since I'm re-downloading the same stuff, it still doesn't let me in, and it tells me that the error is with the cars. So I don't
Well,
know.
Letterme's actually in the general chat is getting, so I'm not sure if we're going to be able to figure out right now, but he's going to get the server logs off their server and
But
basically get the...
WSS. He told me it's an error in matching some files of the Cupra and.
Have you tried
and
verifying
the Hyundai.
your AC through Steam?
Yeah, I had to do that.
Oh, that's gonna take forever.
After the 3 hour, when I went into AC, it didn't want to work, and I had to.
Verify files, because I had to do that the
verify
other
myself.
day as well, to be
Yeah,
fair.
and then it worked okay straight
Yeah,
after.
because I had an
Here you
issue
go.
with...
I'll chuck the link in the general chat, but I think you're going to struggle to get it all done in time. There's literally like 3 minutes, 2 minutes until the race starts, mate.
But Letterme
So,
will
I'll
try his best to get yours and Cole's like DNS penalty removed, because it's not your fault
Yeah, I
if
know.
the car server / real penalty app is the thing that's bugging up. But according to Letterme, who's in the know with WSS, it's more to do with the real penalty problem than anything else. So we'll have to, because it's real penalty that's kicking you, not the server. So if it was the server, it wouldn't even let you join.
Yeah.
If it was something wrong with the actual cars and the packs, it wouldn't even let you join. So it's definitely
did
something
get
on
it.
the real penalty side. Because I got it for Daytona.
I had it as well when I joined. I changed car and then joined the practice server. I got kicked immediately, but then I tried it again and it let me in. So,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think it's just real
Weird.
penalty being a bit of a dick.
But yeah, I've popped the link to the WTCR files in
Yeah,
the
it's
general chat. So
downloading right now.
yeah, you've literally got like 60 seconds.
I'm not gonna make it in time. Oh.
No.
Sorry about that, what? That's, yeah, it's a bit of a shit, but it's sadly not a lot we can do. We can mention all the things under the sun, but it'll just be some really stupid thing. That'll be the thing that fixes it.
Well, I fixed it. I don't know what I did. I got kicked twice, and then.
Is there any
I
errors
was
because of my
confusing.
livery? See you later, boys. I don't think it should be a livery issue. I don't believe so. And
The thing is that when I restarted my PC and I went onto the WSS website, it said next to connect, re-download the car pack, and I was like, why?
yeah, I
And
had
there was
that.
the little question mark. I went over it and it said cannot match files, and it gave me like the whole path to the file, and it was one for the Cupra and one for the Hyundai.
Okay.
Okay.
Ollie, what tyre pressures are you running?
Right. I'm gonna mute myself a minute. Good luck for race 2.
I am running.
Interesting. Interesting. So race 2 will be underway fairly shortly. Now I'm not sure if because we've only got 7 people left that it's just going to do a full reverse grid. So we will have to wait and see. But sorry for the long wait. Sergeant Mole. Come on, Butler, fuel for 20 laps and be safe this time. Oh, I felt so sorry for Butler. He had such the prime opportunity to take P2 there. And it's put him interesting. I have it down for P7 to be the reversal, but it's not. It seems to be P6. Oh, it's because Butler didn't finish. That's why Butler's not on pole. So because he didn't finish, he's actually right at the very back, and he's such a huge gap between them. What is this game doing? Oh, I guess it's meant to be 2 cars in front of him who have DC'd. That makes sense. Okay. So Butler's got a massive run into T1. Zobek is our P1 for race 2. Coulson in P2. Lloyd in P3. Mayer in P4. Skyring in P5. Butler is at his own bus stop half a mile down the road. But we'll have to wait and see how this turns out. And off we pop for round 2. Good start by Coulson there. Actually, very little wheel spin, and there is going to be a gaggle of cars. Lloyd dives down the inside of Coulson. He's going to have the inside edge into Druids, which will give him P2. Now Lloyd needs to get a race win, really, to keep the championship hopes alive. Coulson is in P3, Mayer P4, Skyring P5, and Butler with an epic start, because he's already on the rear end of Skyring. Let's see how Butler does get on here. Let's see if he can get anything done. He's looking towards the outside, but a bit of a switcheroo might be on the cards. Really good drive from Butler out the last corner. Could be challenging Skyring into T1. He's looking down the inside. He thought better of it. Lots of smoke going into T1 with the front rights locking up. He could have dived down the inside there. And Lloyd has now got the race lead past Sobek. Sobek making his own rallycross track. And sadly loses the position to Coulson. Oh, Anta. Oh, he's just not. He just didn't want to get in anyone's way, but oh, that was so unlucky, Sobek. Keep going, get them points in. So Lloyd is our current race leader. Coulson is in P2. Mayer and Skyring are having a conversation behind him. And there's Butler hard into brakes into Druids, runs a little bit wide. Doesn't quite get the car stopped quick enough. But Butler will be running a little bit more fuel now. Sobek just not having a good time in race 2 by the looks of things. But Mayer, everyone's locking up all over the circuit, and Coulson's round wide, and that puts Mayer into P2. And Skyring up to P3, Butler up to P4. Coulson will not be happy with himself. He'll be very annoyed. The car probably understeered away from him. You can see up ahead Skyring just trying to get his bumper to bumper with Mayer. Butler has won a little bit of the pie as well. Looking to focus on Butler's face right now. Stone cold, no emotion, head down, getting the job done. He's acquired his target, he just needs to figure out a way to get past Skyring. If he's smart about it, and he just lets these two ahead of them battle, he might be able to pick up the rewards. Lloyd saying a fastest lap of the race of 48.192 after putting on some more wing. After being on -8. Oh, and Mayer's run wide. Down to P4, and Coulson's back up to P4. This has given Butler a really good chance now to gain some good points after the horrors of race 1. But has he got the pace to challenge Skyring? He is wrestling with that Cooper a little bit. But there's a way bigger split in race 2 than I thought there would be. Everyone's just trying that extra little bit harder to get those extra attempts out of their car and just making the errors. Butler has got a really nice run up to Druids. Again, just can't quite get the car stopped quick enough on the apex. As we go on board, really want to try and cut that corner on the left-hand side. We can see Mayer and Coulson edging closer and closer together as well. Mayer's just waiting for Coulson to make a mistake, but Collie gets a really nice drive actually out of the last corner, utilising the whole width of the track. Lloyd has got a very comfortable lead here. Coulson goes a little bit narrow, which is going to allow Mayer to get a bit of a better drive out T1. Not by much though. Butler drops down a second again. It's the braking zone into Druids that's kind of ruining it for Butler. And Coulson runs wide, defends the inside line, but Mayer can't really capitalise on the errors of Coulson. So we go on board inside the Cupra, the Leopard Cupra. That's it, lads. Really get over those curbs. That's what you want to see. The rear right wheel up in the air, doing absolutely nothing. And everyone's a lot more kind of chilled. Sobek, bless, has not had a good race too. Feel sorry for Sobek, but again, sticking at it, because at the end of the day, all these points, if we get more people racing, all these points will add up. As we go and look at the battle for P4, really important one for Mayer this. He needs to keep those points coming in. Lloyd needs Butler to get those mistakes cut out and really get his head down and try and make something happen of P2 to really benefit Lloyd in the championship. And Skyring just sets the fastest lap of the race, so clearly the Honda is a mid to late race setter. The Cupra is an early setter. Really getting it stopped there, Mayer. Really lovely done. Coulson's defending as hard as he can. Oh, Mayer gets a little bit of a poor drive there. Now T3. Coulson runs a little bit wide. See, Mayer should have just stayed behind. That's the thing with touring cars. Just stay behind, get the drive. But as I say that... Oh no, there you go. There it is. There it is. That's why you just kind of stay behind the car and just stay in the slip. Get the drive out. 3 attempts is the gap now. There's nothing between them. Oh, it's good hard battling here. Coulson running a little bit wide into Druids, but managing to defend off the corner to Mayer, making it very difficult for them. We haven't even looked at our race leader currently. And into the final corner they go. Let's check the lines out. Mayer again is a lot tighter. So it looks like he's gaining ground. And he is gaining ground. He's got the inside line and he gets it done into T1, but can he make it stick? He can. Collie's going to try around the outside of Druids. It just doesn't work at Druids. It just doesn't work. You need to get your nose down that inside. Now, has Coulson got an answer? He's got a great drive. Mayer, a little bit of a lock up on the front right, nothing too bad. And again, Coulson's got a great drive out of the final corner. But Mayer just seems to find that extra little bit of pace. I think that's where there's less downforce on Mayer's car, but he runs wide in T1. Coulson needs to capitalise. Mayer goes straight defensive because he knows what the challenge will be. Coulson tries the outside again, but it's just not going to happen. As we come down the hill, 33 seconds left to go. Coulson is putting all the pressure on the world on Mayer. Good hard racing. here in the PNTCC. Oh, and Coulson's just making it a bit too shallow a line. Can he get a good drive out? It looks good. And we're on to the final lap of the race now. Can he force that error from Mayer? No, Mayer's got that absolutely spot on. I don't think Coulson's going to have an answer this lap, this time around. And nothing, sadly, I think is going to come Coulson's way now. Sobek might have had a couple of instances, but here's our race leader, Jamski. The 69 Pink Cupra comes over the timing line to get his race victory in the PNTCC. Round 1, race 2. Skyring gets second place. Be ahead of the championship table at the end of it. Butler gets his race finish of P3. Mayer gets P4 after a strong battle with Coulson in P5. And Sobek, after giving a good fight, just sadly had that one off and just could not hold it back on the course. Rounds us off in P6. So there you have it, ladies and gents. Lloyd is your race winner for today. Followed by Skyring in P2, Butler in P3, Mayer P4, Coulson P5, and Sobek has already gone back into the pits. Whew. Well, quite frankly, round 1 of the PNTCC was some awesome racing from a spectator point of view. If you want to get involved, make sure you check out the link in the description below for all of our events. Speaking of all of our events, you are currently watching the PNTCC. On Wednesday night, we have the Porsche Multi-Class starting at 8:30 GMT, hosted via the World Sim Series website. And on Sunday nights, we have our Miniature Endurance GT2 World Championship, again hosted on the World Sim Series website. First time we're doing GT2s, so far so good. And join us next Monday for PNR Touring Car Championship Round 2. Until next time, goodbye.